On the 24th of February, my life and the lives of 46 million people living in Ukraine changed. It was the very nightmare I had prayed wouldn't happen for months. The face of war. How do I describe this? You go to sleep in one country, but waking up, it's like you are awakened to another one. You greet each morning with fear. And at night, you do not know if this could be your very last sleep. On Sunday, the 27th, 3 days into the war, I took my camera to go film the reality of my city, Kharkiv, the second largest Ukrainian city, hoping to capture the reality of the everyday life of a war-ridden city.
It's so suddenly. Nobody didn't accept that it will happen, that they will come and attack us. All of us are afraid because when they start to attack and we hear sounds, we don't know what to do. Where is safely? Underground or on the first floor? What we should do? Run, stay home. Thank you that you are here and you try to talk about it all the road.
Thank you.
Because we don't want war. All of us. She's crying. Не надо мне показывать, пожалуйста.
Speaking of the emotions that Ukrainians are feeling, I think there is one video that sums it all up.
А папу оставили в Киеве. И папа будет продавать что-то, будет помогать нашим героям, нашим войскам будет помогать, может даже будет воевать.
Those were the sounds of the alarm sirens. They signaled that there was some shooting going on nearby, and hence the need to find the basement. They began to sound more frequently as the days went by, so I decided to take my bags and leave. This was by far the hardest moment for me, living in a country that I've spent 8 years of my adult life in. Welcome to the next part of my story, the escape. I went to the train station and it was so full of people. Now, you might be wondering, where am I going to? For you to understand, let me tell you the story. This is Rico and this is Lena. They are Germans and subscribers to this channel. A couple weeks ago, Rico wrote me on Instagram telling me how much he loved my videos. It meant the world to me to see someone from Germany who admired my content, so we kept in touch and I even had a plan to visit them towards the end of the year. When the war started, Rico and Lena began to text me daily, checking up on me, and even offered me to come to Germany to stay with them for safety reasons. So when I made the final decision to leave Ukraine, there was only one place on my mind, Germany. But first, I needed to go from Kharkiv to Lviv, Western Ukraine, to Poland, and then to Germany. When I arrived in Lviv, I spent the night at a shelter. It was there I met two amazing guys who were also living in Ukraine, one of whom would end up traveling together with me.
Hello, I'm Aryan. I'm from Syria. I was studying in Kiev medicine, and I came here from Kiev. I was in Darnitsa from the left bank. The second I left Darnitsa, they closed the border, not the border, the bridge, to get from the other side. So I was lucky to get here today. So this is my second war. That's it. I have a lot of experience. I'm not that worried about it.
You have a lot of experience fighting wars or
Running from them. I'm not fighting anything.
By the way, guys, so I offered him yesterday bread.
Yeah, some bread.
And he said, I've been eating bread in Syria. I don't want to eat bread anymore.
Yeah.
Turns out Ari was also going to Germany, so we headed to the train station together. At the train station, the funniest miracle happened. I'll leave Ari to explain it to you.
There's no one in the cabin. Alright, we stood there in the train station and on the railway beside it, waiting for the train. Then the train came. Then it was like a pushing battle. Then the Ukrainians, the police officers, they
Started saying,
screaming at us.
Children and women.
And after the women and children went, they didn't let any men in. We got like really desperate. We went to another cabin. We said, please. We started begging. They said no. I told him I'll stand for the whole way. He said no. Then
We had to go to the extreme of the train.
I went to the extreme of the train. He said, oh no, there's nothing's open. I said no. Let's continue. We continued a bit. We saw a guy. I told him, please let me in. He said, okay. Okay, and we got in. There is no one.
I couldn't help but wonder as we journeyed to Poland how I was leaving behind a place I had so much connection with. I mean, I've spent 8 years of my life in Ukraine, speaking with the Ukrainian people, having fun. The pain of leaving home and all your belongings behind began to hit me hard as we traveled and journeyed through Poland. I tried masking it by speaking with other passengers who joined us later when they knew our cabin was empty.
What's up, my viewers? I'm going to Poland. It's not gonna be easy, but I know it's free.
Damn, that's shit, man. That's shit.
I arrived Poland after about 8 hours and then took one last train to Berlin, where I finally met my subscribers, Rico and Lena. I must admit, it is good to be finally in a place where you're not looking for the next bomb shelter or looking at the threat of a missile landing next to you. What does the future hold? I don't know. Everything is uncertain right now. But for now, I'm in Germany and I'm very much more determined to continue to make more YouTube videos. I feel like a man on a mission, not just for myself, but for Ukraine, and to make the world a better place. I believe Ukraine will rise again. Dear people of Ukraine, the world is behind you. I interviewed some Germans and here is what they had to say.
Be strong, it's your country, and we're standing together. We try to help us and support.
Purpose, look for purpose in this fucking situation right now. How you can help others and where to find your own purpose.
There's definitely no reason for war, and I wish we all can live in peace and love one day, just as human beings, not as a German, as a Ukrainian, as an American, as a Russian, just as human beings.
And at the end of the day, we all together will say, Slava Ukraini!